67-year-old Harvey Lembo, who is disabled and uses a motorized wheelchair to get around, was fed up with being robbed 6 times in 6 years here at the apartment complex he lives in Rockland, Maine. So Harvey decided to buy a firearm for personal protection. And wouldn't you know it, just hours later, he was the victim of another home invasion. This time, though, the suspect found out the hard way. Harvey was no longer defenseless. He was no longer an easy target. But now, after all Harvey's been through, his landlord is denying him the right to protect himself in his own home in the future. Take a look.
They ought to put a big sign up at the entrance out here, free pickings. Go take what you want, because everybody's unarmed. Right now, we're not having a gun. I'm scared to death again. I'm just living in a little cave.
He could have been killed. It's not like Harvey can get up and run away. He's in a wheelchair. What's he supposed to do? As far as I'm concerned, Harvey did the right thing.
I was in the bedroom, sound asleep. Saw a shadow out of the corner of my eye. I said that was too high a shadow for a cat. So I reached between my pillows, grabbed the gun, got my wheelchair. I stopped right here, and that's where I put the gun on him. It was right there where the medicines are, looking at my pills. And that's when I said, "What the F are you doing here?" And he says, "I'm here to rob you like everybody else." I made him go sit on the coffee table. I had the gun pointed at him. And I dialed 911, and he kept pointing his finger at me like that. I had the 911 operator on the phone. As I was talking to her, I just said, if he moves, I'm going to shoot him. But at that time, he made a lurch towards me, and I shot. And shot him in the arm as he was going out the door. I didn't have no choice.
Harvey said he didn't want to kill him.
When he jumped up, I was afraid he was going to attack me. This is a young, muscular, 45-year-old man, and I'm in a wheelchair. The officer kept patting me on the back, saying it's going to be all right. They went over in the far corner and followed the blood and found him over in the woods. He put up a fight with them.
And you're a living example. There's people out there that say, all you have to do is call 911. You were on the phone with 911.
911 was over here. He was here. They sent the car, but it was too late. 911 takes too long.
The 911 call center is 55 feet from this property. It didn't help Harvey.
Every second counts. If that man had a weapon on him, he could have killed me. I'd be a dead man today.
Your landlord, not too happy to learn that you had a firearm here.
They get their money, they don't care. They don't care about people. They tell you to sign, and you just sign. I didn't even know it was in effect.
Did you even know before this happened to Harvey that guns were not allowed on the premises?
No, it is not in the lease. It's in their house rules that are posted on a bulletin board, but it's not in the lease. I go in there to do my laundry, but I never knew that they were even there.
Your landlord says the reason they have that no-gun policy is because they think it'll keep the community safer.
Yeah. I've already been robbed 6 times in 6 years. One of them I didn't report, and they want to keep it safe.
After Harvey shot that guy, a week later they came and they put surveillance cameras in. Other than that, there's nothing.
There's no security locks, there's no lights over any of the doors, no alarm system. Ask the landlord what he uses for security. He's home in his happy little home that I'm sure is well secured, and I'm sitting here with nothing. So the next time somebody comes in, I gotta baby him, pamper him, and whisk him through my pills and take him out the door and open the door for him, just so I don't get killed.
Harvey's an ex-police officer. He's trained with weapons. He has the right to have a weapon under the Constitution, the Second Amendment, so they shouldn't be telling him that he can't have a weapon.
My Second Amendment right says I can own a firearm. Why should this landlord say I can't? The last robbery that I had, the guy had got in my wallet and stole $1,000 and safe deposit key. Well, the next morning, he went to the bank, and they've got him right on film and everything. He's still walking the streets to this day. And I'm sitting there half scared, half deaf. So I'm an easy target. I'm afraid they're gonna do it again.
He's at their mercy. They gave him his name and address. They posted it in the paper. They know what medications he's on, and they know that he's disabled, and they know that now he doesn't have any way to defend himself. Might as well put a sign on the door.
They finally caught the guy that was the first guy to rob me after he robbed me 2 more times, and they gave him 6 months and he did 30 days. That's justice. 30 days is justice.
System needs to be reworked because it's not working.
Knowing you can't have a firearm here, have you ever thought about moving?
There is nowhere else. When you get down in these poverty lines, like I live under, then you have no choice but to take any of these places that let you in.
I don't feel so comfortable anymore. I'm on the first floor here. If somebody broke in here and had a weapon and you have nothing to fight back with, what are they gonna do, get a picture of a video? That's the guy that did it. It's not helping me out at all.
I never thought it'd be like this. Never. That's what the NRA, I hope, will fight, that I can have a gun and still live here. Everybody's got a right to bear arms. Everybody's got a right to defend themselves.